To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for your priceless blessings, for your divine light, divine love, divine power, divine healing, guidance, mercy, help, and protection. Thank you. To our great spiritual teacher, to all the great spiritual teachers, to all the great gods and goddesses, to all the great ones, we very, very humbly thank you for your great blessings. Thank you so much. अपने हार्ट और अपने क्राउन चक्र पे फोकस कीजिए. Focus on the heart and the crown chakra. Verbalize along. Say, Lord God, thank you for filling my heart chakra and my crown chakra with tremendous substance of love. Again, say, Lord God, thank you for filling my heart chakra and my crown chakra with tremendous substance of love. All right. Be aware of the crown chakra, everyone. Crown chakra is on top of your head, like a lotus opening upwards. Have you tried to think what exactly does crown chakra open towards? Like, what is up there? Lotus in a lake opens towards the sun, right? Or because of sunlight, it opens up, right? What exactly is the lotus on top of your head, the crown chakra on top of your head opening to? And why only this special one do we talk about the most and not the others? Be aware of the crown chakra. Say, I'm not the body. I am not the emotions or the thoughts. I am not the mind. The mind is just an instrument of the soul. I am the soul. I, the soul, am connected and one with my higher soul. Gently start to raise your awareness up from the crown. I, the soul, am connected and one with my divine spark. I, the soul, am connected and one with Supreme God. You are a very beautiful child of God. That is your true parentage. Now, open your eyes. By now, you would have figured out that there is a very, very powerful reason to do soul affirmation before we do any other activity. It increases the spiritual contact, which means energy which flows into further activities now is very different, very, very powerful. So it's almost like a mandate to never miss a soul affirmation as part of the process that we do in these sessions. Okay, yeah. Be aware of the heart and the crown chakra. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with awareness, with self-honesty, and the will to transform myself. Again, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with awareness, with self-honesty, and the will to transform myself. Lord, thank you for blessing me with awareness, with self-honesty, and the will to transform myself. Thank you so much. Now, before we go forward to doing purification, I'd like you all to revisit your past 24 hours, see how things have been, observe all the good things you did, observe everything that you did right, right thoughts, right speech, right actions, right emotions, right control, right awareness, everything. If you corrected yourself, very, very good. For everything, pat yourself on the back. This is very, very important to build a good self-esteem. Never skip this. If you find hard to remember, then split your day in four parts: morning, afternoon, evening, night. Then just focus in the morning. Whatever happened in the morning, I did this. My interaction with so and so person was like this. I said this. You know, let let the awareness happen in this manner. Try to remember to the best of your ability. For example, when you were working, did your mind say things like, "Oh, I don't want to work. It's too much work," or maybe I can skip this today? And did you correct yourself and say, I should work, no matter what the mind says I should do? So, for example, when you were having conversation with somebody over a period of, say the evening, early evening, did you criticize about somebody? Did you gossip about? Did you gossip? Did you criticize? Did you say something unhealthy behind somebody's back? In the evenings, for example, did you disregard the food? कि रोज रोज यही खाना मिल जाता है? Did you say something which was not good? Did you think about um, I don't know, disloyalty towards your partner? Did you think of it? Did these things pass your mind, for example, or things like that? Now, be aware of everything which is unwholesome among the category which I've mentioned and others also, and try to correct yourself internally. And be more strict with yourself when you are finding faults in your character or behavior, in your dealings with people, or more strict. But don't be lenient or easy. By now, I think you've gone through the process. Sometimes I'll tell you how it feels like. Sometimes somebody approaches you with a lot of enthusiasm, like a child or like a young teenager, a lot of enthusiasm, and we turn them down because we don't feel as enthusiastic in life. It's very, very good insight, by the way, but think about it, okay? We don't feel enthusiastic about life in the same manner as this child or the young teen does, or even the mid 20s wala child, or even I don't know, mid 30s or 40s, right? We don't feel as enthusiastic. For us, slow pace of life with a very comfortable boundaries, the life to be. There are ways of turning down which doesn't limit the other person. Most of the way when we turn them down, it is convenient for us, but it sort of makes it a person sometimes, not always, sometimes feels like it's not even worth trying. That is a very bad message. So when you reflect on things like this, you have to be more reflective on what are the impacts of what I'm saying and doing on others. Short term, long term impacts, mid term impacts. You have to be truly reflective. And that is not an easy process, which means you have to be truly looking out for the possible impacts based upon which you may be able to understand why did things go right or wrong. Or what else could you have done? For example, could you have shown some enthusiasm before, done your relative best, like at least 50% best, and then explain the problem. The problem, by the way, is like this, which means you help them. Eventually, you have your way also. This is a little bit more complicated because most people don't think about it. Mothers do, by the way. Mothers try and share the same enthusiasm as the young kids as much as they can, obviously. Important to know, by the way. Yeah. Imagine a sun in front of you, everybody. Big, big sun. We will remove the weaknesses from our system by the chanting of the mantra Om Namah Shivaya Om. Yeah. This is also a technique which you can use, by the way. So we'll try that today. Yeah. Oh, you don't have to imagine the sun for this. This is just a mantra-based purification. Okay. So you have been aware of many of the vices in your system, right? That through yesterday's examination. So let's do say a short prayer. Say Supreme God, Divine Father, and Divine Mother. As we all chant the mantra Om Namah Shivaya Om, may all the character vices in our system be disintegrated completely. Thank you. Now together. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Have a solid intention to disintegrate all thought, all character weaknesses. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. 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 Very good. You can try this sometimes, but you have to be able to verbally chant it, by the way. That's very important. You can whisper it also, but very, very important to verbally chant and not do it mentally only. It's very important to know what I'm saying because if you have to disintegrate any specific energy from the system, the chanting has to be verbal. All right. If you want to do other things which are um, not related to the topic, you can chant mentally also. All right. So after the purification is sufficiently done and you feel much better, you can also, by the way, use mantra Om Namah Shivaya Om to cleanse your emotions. If like a bad state has happened, emotionally speaking, you can focus on the heart and the crown chakra and start chanting Om Namah Shivaya Om with the intention to disintegrate all negative emotions from the system. If you're obsessively getting connected to a person or a situation, chanting the mantra Om Namah Shivaya Om with the intention to cut all connections for this time from the person, like all the unhealthy connections. Okay, it works like a magic, by the way. So you chant the mantra Om Namah Shivaya Om as a cleanser, as a purifier, as a will to destroy all psychic garbage, basically, right? And help other people also understand. This is very important, very powerful mantra, by the way. All right. By the way, Hindus don't over a monopoly over this mantra. It's a general mantra of humanity, so anybody can chant it. Okay. All right. Now, we will use the technique of receiving the blessings like we usually do. Be aware of the heart and the crown chakra. Say, Lord God, thank you. Please verbalize along. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with loving kindness and non-injury in my thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. Please bless me with patience, understanding, tolerance, mercy, compassion, and inner forgiveness. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with the virtue of generosity and non-stealing. Please bless me with a compassionate, generous heart that I may give and share to those in need. Thank you also for blessing my life with abundance, with wealth, and with riches. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with clarity and sharpness of mind. Please bless me with accurate perception and correct expression, that I may have humility, objectiveness, humility, and good self-esteem. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with one-pointedness and constancy of aim and effort. Please bless me with an iron will and inner power to do great things. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with moderation and non-excessiveness, so that I may live a balanced and prosperous life. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with peace, power, prosperity, and purpose in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Be still for just a minute. A lot of energy is coming in right now. Be aware. All right. You know why we spend time in correcting the mistakes in the mind? For example, this is very important also, and I hope all of you practice it on a very regular basis. For example, if you hurt somebody, if you're not correcting the mistake in your mind by apologizing, you will almost never apologize when situation comes. Even if it's your mistake, your ego will not let you apologize. But when you correct a mistake in the mind by saying, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this, and I take responsibility of situation or whatever I've said, and I will see to that it never happens again, right? You correct the mistake in the mind over and over again, over and over again, so it becomes part of your nature. When a similar situation comes, you will be able to do exactly what you corrected in your mind. This leads to proper character building. It's extremely important to correct the mistake in the mind, which in our Hatha Yoga we call firm resolution. You firmly resolve by visualizing what is the right thought, right speech, right action in the situation. Most people don't practice this properly. They don't even spend time on this properly. Is a big concern, by the way. Please make sure that at least you spend more time on correcting the mistake in the mind, which means when you reflect an incident, like this is what I do a lot, okay? When I reflect about an incident that happened, and if I understand, okay, my words have hurt somebody, or they've brought out the low self-esteem, from somebody, my simple words, for example, or if something else has happened, or I said something which was not true, or anything like this, in my mind I make the change completely. Whatever appropriate change has to be done, and if possible, if it's still applicable, I will go and physically also apologize, or physically make the correction. It's very important, because if you are really looking forward to building a character, this is a very integral part of it. And the problem, most people don't spend time on this. They spend time on seeing the weaknesses and doing techniques to purify, but they don't spend time on this. This is how the character is, by the way, built. I hope it makes sense, yeah? Very juicy stuff, and I'm hoping that all of you over here will continue to practice this exactly in the way it's mentioned. Alright? Closing invocation to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother. Thank you for your great blessings. Thank you. To our great spiritual teacher, to all the great spiritual teachers, to all the great gods and goddesses, to all the great ones, we very humbly thank you for your great blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you. Everyone, take care, and Atma Namaste. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. And I hope you will do this, because once you start doing correct things in your mind, it'll build a good self-image, a really powerful good self-image. A good self-image is the key on the spiritual path. Chaliye, take care. Atma Namaste. Bye-bye. Thank you. See you tomorrow.